Poppy here. So, okay, I didn't do a video yesterday, so it's been a couple days now since my last video. I'm still working on a program. I did download another one. I did get one video edited, that I still got to put up. So I'm trying to work out some kinks there. The no smoking journey. So I am proud to report I have had 8 cigarettes today. So just 8. I'm under a half a pack. So how's it been? Well, I still got to kind of think a little bit when it comes, when I feel like I want to go have a cigarette, I have been analyzing why. Why do I want to go have a cigarette? Do I feel like I need one because I deserve it? Is it out of boredom? What is the deal? And honestly, I'm starting to realize that a majority of my cigarettes are smoked just out of boredom. Like, oh, I might as well go have a cigarette. And and that's probably one of the hardest things about being self-employed, where I live and work at the same place. I'm home. Is because I have that ability to be able to just stop what I'm doing whenever I damn well please and just go have a cigarette. So what I've been doing instead is when I feel like I need to go have a cigarette, I'm looking at the clock to see what time it is. And then I tell myself, not for 20 minutes. Find something to do for 20 minutes. So, depending on what type of a craving I'm having, because I'm noticing that the cravings seem to be a little bit different. It's a little bit easier for me, I've noticed, towards evening in the evening hours, and I don't know why that is. I don't know. But in the mornings when I get up, so what I've been working on is trying to go at least 90 minutes in the morning after I wake up without a cigarette. I have failed every day. The longest I have been able to go without a cigarette is about 25 minutes after I wake up. So, I definitely need to work on that one. And actually, by this date, this is April 2nd, and I made a mistake. I said, in my last video, I said March 25th was on Saturday. No, it wasn't. No, it was a Monday. March 25th was a Monday, and I should have known that because March 24th was my birthday, and it was the day after my birthday that I went to the doctor. So, the only thing I can say about that is, I really didn't feel good that weekend. I was really down and out. I was really under the weather. That sinus infection was just kind of really socking it to me. So, yeah, Monday the 25th is when I went to the ear, nose, and throat doctor. The day after my birthday. Sorry, I'm correcting that from my previous video. So, since that day, this is now April 2nd, it still feels like kind of like a long time to me, which is kind of weird, but, I don't know if it's got something to do with, I have to consciously think so hard about this whole no smoking thing. I try not to dwell on it, and I try not to think about it as far as like, oh, I'm going to quit smoking. Or one thing I do though is I do tell myself, I don't smoke. I've been telling myself that every day. I don't smoke. I don't smoke anymore. And whether or not that's working, I'm trying to psychologically psych myself out. I don't know if it's working. So I'm just taking my day by day. I'm going in like, I'm in like 20-minute increments now. So getting back to that. So the 20 minutes rolls by and I will tell myself, you got to go another 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And I'll find something to do in that time. Usually something to try to keep my fingers busy, because I don't know if that's what I want to be doing. But one thing I did notice, I smoke in my garage. And when I go down to my garage, I take my cell phone with me, and I am sitting on my cell phone doing something. So, now that I know that, I'm going to start going to my garage without my cell phone. That way, it's just me and my garage. You know, and I'm going to just, you know, hopefully, what I'm hoping is going to happen is, it'll be boring to me. And, you know, I'm going to have to think about what it is I'm doing down there in that garage. You know, and with, it's still winter here. So, I even thought about kicking myself out of the garage. Saying, you know, no, you can't smoke in the garage anymore because it's part of the house. And cleaning the garage and, you know, cleaning the house from top to bottom, the whole thing. And just making myself have to go outside. You know, no matter what the weather's doing, you gotta go outside. You know, so I have been thinking about kicking myself out of the garage. And I may do that. I, of course, will update you guys and let you know. But so far, from a success standpoint, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to still say I'm probably still a 5. It's going so-so. I've gotten snarly once. Once that I actually, like, I'm gonna, like, pay homage to. So maybe I've been snarly a time or two already, like, besides this one time, but I didn't notice it. But this one time, I know I was. I know I was. So, I have a dog, and it's supposed to be spring here. So, the snow is definitely melting. It's kind of muddy, and my dog goes outside every single day, and he's outside all day long. So at night, sometimes he comes in, sometimes he don't. Well, anymore, because we've had kind of like nice days, a little bit colder days, nice days, majority nice days. So we got some mud, and he is leaving. Like, it's not terrible, but they're like paw prints all over the floor. And so one morning, he's in the house, and I look at my husband, and I look at the dog, and I look at my floor, because I just vacuumed the day before. And he didn't come in that night. The night before, he didn't come in. But now in the morning, I wake up, and he's in my house. And he's like so happy. His tail's wagging, and he hears me coming down the steps, and, you know, he's like, oh, here comes my mom, here comes my mom. And mom sees him, and mom gets crabby. So I look down at him, and I'm like, well, good morning. And I pet him, and I said, you know what? You're the reason why I haven't mopped my floor. And my husband, I like look over at my husband, and my husband like looks at me and looks away. And I'm like, you know, the last time I mopped my floor, it wasn't an hour later, you and the dog come stomping in, and there was little muddy paw prints all over. I said, did you stop to wonder why I haven't mopped the floor in the last week? Because I'm getting tired of doing the floor. An hour later, my floor is dirty again. So I said, screw it. I ain't gonna mop the floor. And my husband's just like silent. What a smart man, huh? Yeah. The smart men know when we like turn into, they go quiet. My husband did. He went silent. Not a word. Not a peep. And that's when I was like, I think I'm kind of crabby. I'm going to go have a cigarette. And I did. I caved and I went straight down and you know, and my dog just boop, 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 all the way down the steps with me. You know, he hasn't gone with me. I mean, my dog even knew I was crabby, but then he's so cute and all he has to do is like look at me and whine and I pet him and then I get happy. And so that's what we did while I was smoking. I didn't even take my phone with me. You know, so my dog's sitting there and he's looking at me and he's like, and so I'm petting him and all of a sudden, you know, I feel bad for getting mad at him. And yeah, so, you know, I don't know. I think if I just keep looking at myself and putting myself into check and looking at what I'm feeling and why, this may go okay. So for March 25th, I really can't count March 25th. As I came home and it was kind of sort of early evening when I made that phone call. But then after that, I think I only had like maybe 2 cigarettes that night, you know, just because everything was fresh, what the doctor was saying. And, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous. And right away, you know, one of the issues I do know wholeheartedly is caused from smoking. So, yeah, I still got to tend to that issue on Friday. So I go to another doctor for a second opinion and, we'll see how that goes. But, I know in one of the videos, I don't recall which one, I said I wasn't going to talk about any of those, and for the time being, I'm going to have to say I'm just going to leave that out of all videos altogether for now. And so we'll see what the doctor says on Friday. I'll definitely, at least if everything comes out okay, I will let you guys know that. I will do that. If it's not okay and if I have to continue to keep doctoring for whatever reason, then I'll cross that bridge when it comes as to whether or not I'm going to bring you guys along on that journey as well. We'll see. We'll see. The no smoking journey it definitely was motivated. I was highly motivated on the 25th. And so here I am, April 2nd. I'm down to 8 cigarettes a day now. I was at 20 a day. I don't think I ever smoked like over a pack a day. I don't think. But that's a pretty big, that's a significant difference for me. I am feeling some differences physically. I've noticed yesterday and the day before, I am breathing easier. I'm noticing that, even with the decrease. I had a couple of headaches. I really don't anymore, but I potentially have a second issue going on as well. So that was discovered from that. And so, you know, I don't know, that headache could be resulting from that. As far as that one goes, I don't know what to think. I honestly don't. I went to yet another doctor for that issue as well. And that one, I'm definitely not talking about at all. Honestly, I think a part of me just really feels like it is a direct result of the sinus infection. So I'm still taking an antibiotic. I did get a second bottle of that. I just kind of felt as though it wasn't gone. So to be on the safe side, instead of taking a chance of it coming back tenfold, we opted to just continue on with the antibiotic for a whole nother round. So that's what I'm doing. And I think that other issue may resolve itself along with the sinus infection. That's what I'm hoping anyway. That's what I'm hoping, and that's what I'm thinking. A lot of the symptoms that I was having are diminishing along with the sinus infection, so I'm just kind of thinking they're directly related, which is a very good thing for me. So, other than that, physically, I'm feeling pretty good. I am. I'm not as, like, foggy. But there again, goes back to that second issue. I kind of had a lot of brain fog anyway that was going on. But like I said, I do believe it's a direct result of the sinus infection. So with that improving, I do believe that a lot of the head stuff that I had going on is also improving. So I honestly don't know if I can correlate that with the smoking or not. I don't know. All I know is if you've been thinking about quitting smoking for quite some time, I know I have been. I've been thinking about it for quite a few years. I really haven't set out to attempt to actually quit, but there has been times periodically where I have cut down. The most I've cut down to is probably about a half a pack. So being at 8 cigarettes a day now, like, this is a first for me. So I'm going to say that's a good thing. I got something in the mail from the Quit line. So I don't know what it is yet. It's not here, but my husband called me and let me know that something came in the mail from the state. He said it was a big envelope, so I don't know what that's about. I might have to do another video to show you guys. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's personal info on it or not. If there is, there won't be a video. If there isn't, I will definitely share it with you guys. So that's where that stands. Other than that, you guys, it's just kind of, I'm going to say a typical day, because the last few days have kind of been the same. As far as the cravings go, the way I've been handling them, I am going to keep working on the 20-minute intervals. And today I was successful and I was able to add an entire extra hour on. And then by the time I was giving myself permission to go have a cigarette, by the time that hour rolled around, the weird thing was I didn't want one. Strange, huh? So I didn't go have one. No. So when that next craving hits, I'm definitely going to do the whole 20-minute thing. I did notice some breathing does help with it. So I've been going into my game, and on my game, there's this one part of the game where I get a series of 9 bubbles, 3 in a row, 3 in a row, and then 3 in a row. And underneath those bubbles are prizes. So I just keep doing that. You know, it's like, boom, see the prize, you know, and really I'm not even paying attention to what the prizes are, or it's keeping my fingers and my brain busy. That game is really nice to go into, to use as a craving deterrent, because once you're in the game, you can't see the phone. You can't see what time it is on the phone. Like, the whole game takes up the entire screen. You don't see notifications or nothing. So that's really nice. So you lose all concept of time, which I'm sure they designed that on purpose, right? Yeah, they probably did. So, that has been helping, you know, and then I lose track of time. So I don't even know if it's been 5 minutes, if it could be 15. I don't know. But that's working. And then the breathing, you know, just you can hear I'm still congested through here. I can feel it too when I breathe in deep. So yeah, the breathing helps, you know that. And the deeper breath you can take, it really opens up your lungs and it opens up those airways. My deep breaths are getting my sinus infection is still there. Like I still got it. It's It's not as bad as what it was, but I'm still battling it a little bit. And it does affect the way I take a really deep breath, but I keep trying anyway, and I keep doing it. You know, the deep breathing is relaxing. It opens up my lungs and my airway. So, and I don't know, but I think it's because it's opening up things. I noticed today it was, and yesterday towards the end of the day, like, it got to a point where I didn't even want to finish my cigarette. Like, it felt yuck. It tasted yuck. And, taste. I didn't even talk to you guys about that. But it tasted yuck, and it felt yuck. And I didn't even want to finish it. And a couple different times, I just ended up butting it out. You know, I think here, I got to stay on the plan. I got to, you guys. I've been brushing my teeth also. When those cravings come on, I go and I brush my teeth. One day, I brushed my teeth for like 5 minutes. Well, no, it was over 5 minutes. It was more like closer to 10 minutes. 5 minutes over what I normally brush my teeth. Because, and I was watching in the mirror too, you know, just trying to keep that hand-eye busy. So I'm like watching in the mirror how I'm brushing my teeth, and, you know, just I keep brushing and brushing and brushing. And I'll tell you what, I was kind of a hot mess that day. I ain't gonna lie. That day I was like, ooh. And there was a little bit today too. Early afternoon, I just all of a sudden just like felt, ooh, you know, I could just like scream, but that didn't last long. It only lasted maybe about 10 minutes, you know, and I got through it. I didn't go smoke. Instead, I sat down and I did the game, and I took the deep breaths and I blew out. Yesterday, I was doing those standing up. You know, like standing up and using my arms and just kind of really getting everything open. So I'm definitely trying, you guys. I am trying. I'm trying my hardest. I really am. I am going to try to go the rest of the day without a cigarette. Like, for real. I usually have a cigarette after supper, and then I'll go have one right before I go to bed. So after supper, I plan on doing my 20-minute thing. Deep breaths. I am going to let my husband know what I'm doing, and let's hope I don't get crabby. Okay? Because the poor guy, like, I seriously don't want to be taking anything out on him. I really don't. So, you know, pray that I can recognize where it's coming from, you know, if I start getting crabby. And pray for him too. You know, pray that he has the wisdom to know it's the nicotine, man. You know, because, I don't know, so far it hasn't been too terribly bad. But, I can't wait to come on and just be like, oh my God, it's so easy now. It's not exactly easy. Another thing that keeps helping me when those cravings come is I keep thinking about what the doctor told me. So by Friday, I want to have myself in a pretty good position as far as the smokes go. When I'm traveling in the vehicle, I don't smoke in the vehicle anyway, so that is a good thing. As long as I'm in the vehicle, I don't smoke, and I really don't want one. My husband and I, throughout the year, I mean, we put a lot of miles on. Sometimes we go long distances in the vehicle, and I can go a ways without a cigarette. But then it's like when I want one now. You know, and another thing I've been thinking I should probably share with you guys is I think I talked about it, like that kind of thing. Like, I just feel like I have to cough periodically, and my lungs are clearing, is what I think is going on. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what it feels like to me. So I don't know. As long as I just keep working through the craving, and I am going to get these videos edited now. I do have another program, an app I downloaded to my phone. So I had to walk away from the program on my computer just because I was getting really frustrated. And when I get really frustrated, I want to smoke. So I had to step away. And so I'm going to settle. I did download an app and I did get one video edited. I think it'll work for now. I think it'll work for now. So that is my goal tonight, is to get the no smoking videos, get them all edited and get them all put up, create a new playlist, and I'm going to do that. Other than that, you guys, I think I have rambled on long enough. That's where I'm at. I don't even know what day it is. March 25th to April 2nd. That's what day I'm on. So that's it. That's the update. And from here, back to 20-minute intervals, deep breaths, some praying. And tonight is my first attempt to go all night without a cigarette. So wish me luck. Bye.